Welcome everybody to Up Your Experience podcast, take 2, because I realized a minute in that I screwed something up.
Maybe take 3 in a little bit.
No, this is it. It's not changing now. We have settled on this. I think maybe I don't know.
Have we?
Yeah, we're back after a little bit of a hiatus because I had the COVID and it was really, really bad.
And once again, I wasn't doing this by myself because I don't edit. I don't,
Okay, see, that's the key, Bats, is when people are like, just let Bats do it. Here's the deal. Bats could have done it. I did not feel like editing, making a thumbnail, and uploading. And I know y'all are like, Blaise, it's not that hard. Yeah, I felt like garbage.
Yeah,
I mean, I would get on the PC, this is even after I started feeling better. And I would just be like, I don't feel like talking to anybody or playing anything. And then I would just go back to the other room and lay down.
Yep, that's exactly what it did. All day, every day.
A
week.
Yeah.
I was off for a week, and we didn't game at all because he was sick.
You know what's crazy? So I went out of town, right? And we dropped my kids off with my parents. And me and my wife went to Atlanta, then we came back. And I was like, day streams, we're going to have a blast. It's going to be a good time. I day streamed 3 days. On the third day, I found out my wife had COVID, and I was like, dude, maybe I dodged this bullet again. No, I wasn't lucky. Third time was not a charm for me. And I got COVID on the 4th day. I woke up and I was like, yo. And that day was the day I was supposed to go pick up my kids. My kids ended up staying at their grandparents' house an extra whole entire week. Luckily, they were there, so they didn't get sick too. But man, I didn't feel like doing anything. Like I said, even after I felt better, I would just lay around and watch stuff. And then I just randomly fall asleep. And my wife would be like, you know it's bad when you're sleeping. I had one day where I couldn't fall asleep. That was awful. But other than that, it was a time. But during that time, Bats, I did intake a lot of competitive gaming. And I did actually play some games just on console instead because that was way more fun for me. But how are your games?
Well, okay. So let me get down to the good games. The good games. All right, I've been playing V-Rising. I'm actually playing it right now because I think I have a bit of a problem, but I don't care.
No, you have a problem? I don't know. Every time I looked at Discord last week when I was sick, it's just like V-Rising. And I was really tempted to play on my Steam Deck the other night, and I instead finished reading my book. That's what I did instead.
So, they redid V-Rising, which is awesome. They added a whole bunch of stuff. I did not know when I purchased V-Rising, it was the beta.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So, they reset the whole server, so I had nothing.
Yeah.
So, it was just straight up, I need to play the new stuff. So, I grinded hard and harder and harder. And I thought about playing. I did actually play some Diablo.
I was like, Bats is out here playing V-Rising like I was playing Diablo. That's what we're getting here.
That's pretty much. And then I got stuck, right? And I was like, this sucks. I was in a bad mood. I was being a Debbie Downer. And then all of a sudden, I talked to Leone because I was like, Leone, just get on here and beat some bosses for me so I can progress. And he goes, dude, that's all I do. And I was like, wait a minute. Did I just find out the system here? He goes, as long as I get the gear, I can fight bosses. I went, boom, here's the gear. I got it. I have extra. Don't worry about it. So we have been grinding bosses. The only bad thing is Leone talked me into doing something spicy. And that's taking on the big Mama Jamma who's at 75 while we're at 70. And you wouldn't think that's like a big deal, right?
Oh, I would, because that's when I died on my Diablo hardcore characters, and I was level 70 and everything else was 75. No, I think that is it. If I learned anything from that experience, that is quite the gap.
We're talking the big bad Mama Jamba of vampires. Actual vampire. This dude has bat forms that smack you in the face. Swords that just, oh man, we did not have fun at all.
So you had a blast.
We tried it 6 times and died. Until Leone was finally like, I don't think we can beat this guy. I was like, I had never had a thought that we could. The only thought I had was maybe you could beat him. I knew I was going to die instantly.
Yeah. Be
Because
like
that's how it was.
Dragonspire, bro.
Dude, this game hates me. I'm no joke. I would sit there, right? And Liani would be hitting the boss, beating him up. Oh, but guess who the boss goes for all the way across the freaking map? Like a homing missile.
Did you ever think, and I only bring this up because this was something that used to happen in Guild Wars, is that it targets the person furthest away?
Well, no, because even when I was up close, it still
Okay, I just didn't
literally
like
be looking at Liani, right? Where like I'm smacking it, Liani is probably smacking it more, and looking at Liani, about to do an attack, 360 right in my face. I was getting mad. But we got bosses done. We'll probably go back to some more boss grinding,
Yeah.
because that's how we do it. Other than that, well, here's the question. Do you want me to talk about my great Smite game now or later?
It's up to you. I mean, like, I got some Smite. We can Smite it up here in a minute if you want. I got some other stuff to talk about before Smite.
Okay, yeah, because mine's gonna be a big rant.
Okay,
mine's
yeah.
Huge rant.
So,
hold up. So I played Diablo 4.
Yeah.
I've been doing Last Fortress. I've actually been like, doing a little bit better and everything like that at that. Other than that,
Yep, that's good silence, good podcast content.
I played some Resident Evil 4 too.
Oh, nice. Is it good?
Yeah, it's
like
actually
the new one, right? Like the reboot?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, I really
X.
do want to play that so bad.
It is they changed some things, but I'm okay with it. But the graphics just look sick.
Resident Evil 4 is okay, let me preface this. I have not played any of the Resident Evils. I tried 5 and I put it down, and I think I tried one of the other ones before I probably one of the older ones, and I was like, this is okay. Never really understood like the big hype around it, but 4 was sick. And I think Village and stuff looks really good. I just haven't tried them. I have a really big problem with like 5 where you have to stand still to shoot. Like, I just think that's a really stupid mechanic in a video game.
I don't think you have to do that now.
No, I think in 5 you do. In the older ones you did too. I understand it more so on the older ones just because of like limitations per se. Mm-hmm. But as like 5 was at a pinnacle time of like, I know running and gunning existed because it did in other games. And it just didn't make sense to me. But I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be like more intense in quotation marks, but I just think it's stupid.
People hate my opinion on this, but I loved the Resident Evil, what was that, Project Umbrella, or
something like that.
What was that?
Umbrella Project? I don't remember which.
Yeah, where you were the Umbrella team.
Yeah.
That was my favorite of all times, and they didn't bring it back, and it upsets me a lot. Other than that, that was everything. So I'll let Blaise go on.
Okay, so I have a lot of games over time, and we're just going to talk about some of them because I don't remember when what was at this point because it's been 2 weeks. Like, I didn't even record Bot G the past 2 weeks because I just couldn't. Like, this weekend, I was out picking up the kids. The weekend before, I couldn't talk. But first and foremost, I'm part of the caster. I'm waiting to get a set this week to cast, and we'll see how that goes. If I place in the top 2.
You can cast our set.
I'm good. I actually, the way it works is I have to wait for leagues to post available sets and then I have to sign up for it and get picked. So it's really weird. And I haven't casted in a hot minute, so I'm a little bit like apprehensive about it, but I think we'll be okay. I looked at all the requirements of like what they, I guess I should say, grade the cast on. The only one I don't like is caster voice because I feel that's really subjective.
I mean, no, I kind of get it.
I mean, I get it to an extent because there are people like I've listened to casts and I'm like, I just can't listen to them. And I get that. But like, I don't know that I have a caster voice, if that makes sense. Like, I just cast games.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, to me, like part of that feels very, very strange, but that's okay. Other than that, I did knock out some Dare Drops content for TikTok and some other stuff. And I am part of the TikTok creator network for Dare Drops now, which is kind of cool. Working on some stuff on that. So I think there might be some live content over there from time to time in the future. But as far as what I played or watched, I have some things to talk about. Final Fantasy 16 finally showed up to my house, and I didn't want to play it originally because it came in on Wednesday, and I was supposed to leave the next day to go pick up the kids, and then I got sick, and I was like, yo, I can play Final Fantasy 16 now. Final Fantasy 16 is awesome. Okay?
Is that the new one?
Yes. Where you get to fight as the summons. I've played like 10-ish hours, and I've already got to fight as the Phoenix and as Ifrit, and I'm just going to leave it at that. It was awesome. I do have some problems with it. Like, there's not a lot of exploration, which is kind of weird for a Final Fantasy title not to be able to like have an open world part. Maybe I just haven't made it there yet, but I've seen that complaint elsewhere as well. And some of the fights just feel like I'm against a giant sponge that just tanks damage forever, and it doesn't necessarily feel difficult. I've died one time, and it was because I went into a fight with one potion. That's all I had. And then when I died, it reset my potion count. So that's one thing that is different about this Final Fantasy is like you can only have 3 potions and 3 high potions in your inventory, like going into fights.
But when you die, it resets?
But when it dies, apparently it resets. And I am playing on the hardest difficulty I can right now. But I do think it's really good. Like story-wise, it's good so far. Graphically, it's insane. And the boss fights, like the big boss fights, are sick. It's like everything I wished for when I was a kid when like a summon would happen, because you get to play as the summon. And like that is really cool. I've really been enjoying it so far. I actually picked up one of the like DualSense Pro controllers or whatever they're called, and that thing's awesome too. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, you brought that up. Maybe you said it to me.
Yeah, I ordered it, but I definitely sent you a picture of it. That thing feels really, really good, and it has some cool customization options. Other than that, I did play some Diablo. I continue to have OBS issues, and I'm not the only one. I've read a lot about it online. I've tried a bunch of fixes. None of them work. I am to a point where I will probably purchase the game on console, so that way I can stream it on PC from my console with my capture card, but I'm still in debate about that. I think it's kind of ridiculous to have to do that. But it actually makes sense of why I've seen some streamers playing with controller, because I wonder if that's what they're doing. I wonder if they're...
You brought that up, and that's what I was thinking about doing when I'm...
Yeah.
Because for those of you that haven't noticed yet, Blaise and I have set out to beat the game. He's already beaten it. I haven't.
Yeah, I have to beat it
We're going to try to beat it on hardcore mode.
It's worth it.
So then,
but we need to do it before next week, so we do need to grind that out. Because
I was thinking this weekend.
Next week is Season 1. And I am super excited. Along with Season 1, actually, in 2 days, because on the 13th, Blood Knight becomes available. The class I talked about, I believe, on this podcast.
I'm saying boo. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I like Blood Knight, but
yes.
boo.
But it's on Diablo Immortal. I'm really upset about it, but I think we might get it on later on. I'm not going to talk about a bunch of the Season 1 changes today, because I kind of want to save that for next week's podcast when we're closer to the launch of it. So next week, expect some Diablo Season 1 talk, because there is a lot of juicy and good changes. I will say this. If you're in the Discord, you should go to the Diablo channel, and you should check out. They have Diablo Lorath lore videos. And I didn't know about these ahead of time. They actually talk about the story leading up to Diablo 4. There are 4 of them in total. They last about an hour. A little bit. I take like 45 minutes or something like that. But they are really good. So I would suggest checking those out. But Diablo's been awesome. I have been playing a little bit here and there, but like we've talked about, I've been sick, so I haven't played a ton. What else did I do, though? I did watch a lot of competitive gaming, such as PUBG, and I love competitive PUBG. Competitive PUBG is one of my favorite things to watch, because they play the game so differently than everybody else, and just watching teams vie for a spot to actually compete for or get into the PUBG Global Series 2 was awesome. I had a really good time watching that, and there was a new PUBG patch that came out. I've been playing it. It's sick. You have a tactical gear slot now, where you can have like repair gear to repair your armor or cars. You can put tires back on vehicles. There's a tactical package that gives you 2 extra slots you can store weapons in, or attachments or helmets, whatever you want. There's a drone set, a spotter set. Like, it's awesome. There's some new weapons. There's a new map. I mean, I've been having a good time playing it. I've actually been playing it on the side as well. Naraka, Blade Point, I played a match the other day, had a really good time playing that until I got to 3rd place and got DC'd. But the game is going free to play on the 13th for those that have never played it. Really awesome Battle Royale title to check out. And I've also watched competitive Halo. And I forgot how good competitive Halo is, dude. Competitive Halo
it's crazy.
Is insane. Like, these guys were just like, they either quick scope or they don't even zoom with the sniper. They're just like, bow, bow, bow. You're down. You're like, whoa.
Or the halfway across the map sticky grenade that somehow just gets perfectly planted on somebody's head. And you're just like, wait a minute.
There was a team, an EU team, Quadrant. They're the first EU team in Halo Infinite to ever place in the top 4. Ever. For EU.
Ooh.
They actually made it top 3. They did not drop a single stronghold match. They had won like 13 or 14 in a row. They were down like 100 points in stronghold and came back and won. It was insane.
That is crazy.
Then FaZe Clan went 5 games as SSG to knock Space Station Gaming down to the losers bracket, and then SSG popped off in losers bracket, only to go back up to the grand finals and just get absolutely dumpstered by FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan beat them 4-0 because they do best of 7 in grand finals there. But really cool stuff there. League of Legends is getting a huge patch next week. I've been playing some Wild Rift on the side. Nothing like too crazy to talk about there. I did steal a couple dragons as 80. No, what was I playing? As Gwen Jungle. I was stealing like dragons the other day. I stole 2 dragons in my rank game. I was doing everything I was to claw us into victory, and we still lost. And then I played very little Smite. I played some ranked. We had a team FF against us, and I went and got Hachiman my 2nd star and dropped 84,000 damage in a game.
Let's just talk about that FF real quick.
No,
team
first
made us show up.
Oh yeah, they did. That was annoying, and they knew.
And they knew, and they said, "Well, they were like, well, we something may have changed." Excuse me.
Yeah, you could at least let us know.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things where, like, if you know there's a possibility that one of your people or more than one of your people isn't going to make it, which was the case in this situation, I always tell my enemy captains, like, yo, there's a chance we don't play tonight. Like, just letting you know, one of my guys said he's going to be running late. Our sub's not available. Like, we might have to FF.
Yeah. And that's totally understandable.
But I don't know. People just operate different than us, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice this.
I will say,
well, we operate different. We'll get into that in a little bit.
The patch for Smite drops tomorrow. Charon comes out tomorrow on the 11th. This podcast will be released on the 10th, I believe. I'm going to try to get it out tonight. If not tomorrow morning. There is a patch notes breakdown. You should check the description for a link to that. I go and talk about Charon, and then I talk about the patch itself.
I did hear he was kind of OP.
He looks insane, bro. Like, I've read through his kit, and it seems insane. But I will tell you this. The rest of the patch, I don't think is very good.
Yeah. I know for sure that Ember was playing him, and I'm not going to give away stuff, because if you want to check it out, check out the patch notes. But he said he was OP. OP. And that says something. Yeah,
I mean, he looks strong. I mean, I was reading through his kit today, and I was talking about just the amount of CC in his kit. He has... Okay, what makes me mad is his dash is what I want Atlas dash to be.
Yeah.
Like...
And then I guess he has something like Nox?
Yeah. Yeah, he has a silence in his kit. His one ability has a slow and a silence, and his other ability has a root. I was like, oh my god, dude. This guy's out here... Oh, it's an attack speed slow. That can give your allies shields if they hit the marked targets. And his ult's global. You remember last time a Guardian had a global ult? I do. Terra.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was OP.
Well, I don't know. Do you technically count Atlas as a global alt?
I
Or
mean, yeah, it
no?
is now, but I don't. That alt sucks. Atlas sucks.
I mean, it does. It does suck.
Sorry
I
for
don't
those that
know.
love Atlas. Atlas is hot trash.
Apparently, you can play it mid.
I'm
All the
not getting
farther
into
I'll
that.
go.
I'm not getting into that. I will say I tried the Genetics as Nami build. It was really, really fun. And then Gilly sent me a build the other
Oh,
day,
no.
and I started toying with this idea, and I'm going to toy with it more tomorrow, of Acts of Animosity on ADCs. Because, like, I just haven't really messed with it since it's got moved over there, and it has to be good.
Acts of Animosity.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that the one that slows your attack speed?
No, Animosity was the one that gives you extra damage on auto attacks that was made for, like, it was only used to be able to build
for
on Warriors.
Yeah.
But now it's on Axe. And I feel like that's kind of good. So we're going to try it out.
Well, I mean, it should be considering they. Well, no. I'm not gonna get into it because if you
Okay.
want to check it out, do the patch notes.
I was going to also
Keep 'em
say I had multiple today on Charybdis. I had multiple alts that I got multiple kills with to a point where I thought I might have got final form today on Charybdis. I was close. I got the triple. And I was like, oh my god, am I going to get it? And I didn't. But
what's the final form?
where you get a Pinta with one ability.
Huh. Why do they always make these so impossible for me?
I don't know, dude. Other than that, I played Hachiman in a conquest and went 24, 14, and 16. And you'd think, oh man, I bet he won that game. No, I didn't.
Ranked conquest?
No, that was with you guys. And Baba Yaga solo. And I leave it at that. That's pretty much my games to talk about. Bats, the floor of Smite is yours.
All right. Well, let's just get with the good first. So we ran a comp game, right? Yay comp. You know, we came into it with a little bit of confidence. There's a little
wasn't
bit
there.
of confusion. Well, I was getting to that. Who should go where? I decided to be nice and say I could flex. The only nice that like my niceness stopped is I said I'm not flexing the solo. You could suck rocks. That's as simple as that. So then it decided that I'm gonna be in a duo lane. I'm carry. I was like, okay, I can do this. And our solo switched to mid, which I was like, okay, I'm a little bit wary of this, but I'll still do it if we're all comfortable. First game we got bodied, and you know why we got bodied? Because their carry was the best person on our team, and we let him just like steamroll it.
Have a blast.
Yeah, he just free reigned. No joke. I'm not blaming anybody for this because you know the first game we played them. This is also a team that we played before and we beat them in relegations. So like I think the first time we kind of went in with a big head.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, we got this, not a big deal. But I mean, this guy was holding wave on me and not getting punished. He was just like up in my tower constantly, nothing, and like so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, Blaise got the Blaise treatment.
Yeah, I did. But the only difference was I didn't have the rest of their team.
Yeah.
It was just literally just he was. Let's see, I got Rama and he was CERN.
Yeah.
So I got HP diffed. For those of you that don't know, CERN just heals out the wazoo for some stupid reason.
I don't know if he might have went, did he go Death Toll Devos? I'm sure he did. Like, there's no reason not to. So then you have that plus the...
Yeah, he did. And then
plus
I don't think we had any anti-heal.
I don't think so. Not from what I was told. I didn't go back and watch the games. I mean...
But I will address this. You know, I heard some things where it was like, you know, people were talking and saying like, oh, well, people didn't follow calls. And it's like, yeah, you were some of those people. I just want to throw that out there right now because, you know, there should be no finger pointing or anything. We all messed up. It's just as simple
I mean,
as
like,
that.
it's one of those things, and I say this to, like, any teams, especially, like, the ones I've coached and the ones I've been on, like, in between games is not the time to try to make like these critiques. Like obviously you can have a conversation like, hey guys, like I think we could do this differently, or like, hey, like we had one play that was really bad, Let's not try to do that again, or like we need to watch our dive. But I think like you have to be weary on how that comes out because
I'm okay with, hey, calls were not listened to. Can we try to focus on listening?
Yeah.
You know, like that's how you do it. You don't. There were names called out, and I'm only saying this because it actually bugs me. I didn't hear it because, to be honest, I walked away. I went and let my dog out. I had to pee. It was like a 60-minute game before that we did because we decided to play Conquest before then. So like I had drank a lot of water and I was ready for the game to end. So I left and I heard this afterwards. And I'm not calling names, but I'm just saying, you know, there's no reason to BM teammates, bro. Like it to me, that's just unheard of and unneeded. But also, especially if it's like none of us played our A game. It's as simple as that.
Well, and you guys are also
And
operating without a shot caller. Like,
yeah,
and I don't mean that in offense to any of you guys, but like,
I will say, I called shots. Nobody just listened.
right.
Because I will say, I don't know how many times I called like Gold Fury, Pyro, or something like that, and everybody just kind of did their own thing, which I think that's something we will address later,
Yeah.
obviously. But I like, we all made mistakes. It's as simple as that. But like I don't know. I will get into, I feel pretty good at the fact that I feel like I adjusted well and just played safe picks. And I actually, so like the first game, I think this guy went like 15-1 or some crap like that. I don't even think he died the first game.
I don't know. I didn't watch game 1 or game 2. Like I got some DMs about game 2. And then I got some DMs about game 3, and I was able to watch a little bit of game 3. I mean, I will say that we're the only team to take a game off them with our actual roster.
That was my next thing. We took a game off them, and we had a sub. And the way we took the game, like, I will be 100% honest, we should not have won that game.
Yeah, you guys won to Winions, right?
We won the Fire Winions. They literally, because they somehow just pushed and went straight to Fire. They pushed and went straight to Fire, and Fire Winions just annihilated the Titan.
Yeah, Fire Minions are no joke, dude. Like, if Fire Minions make it into your base, you have to back. That was wild to me. I got told that you guys won with Winions, and I didn't know it was like that. That is crazy.
Yeah, and so second game, I was Hachi. I played a lot better. I held him where he was. I was like, you know, I know I made him mad because I was like, look, if you're going to hold my wave, I'm just going to get Oboe like second item and I can stand right here all day and slash everything. Because he was starting to dive tower. His support was coming behind me because I just sat in tower. I was like, I can do this all day, bro.
Yep.
Like,
look, I mean, sometimes that's the way you're like, look, I'm not going to win this lane matchup, but I can sit here and make your life really annoying to play the game. I do that all the time.
And I know I did because you could tell he was mad because there were a lot of easy ganks for Gactyl because he was getting just so pushed up. We did well on that, and then third game I played Charybdis, but I pretty much kept him to where I was either tied, I think, with the Hachi.
He was Kern that game. Game 3.
No, he was Brahma.
Game 3.
He was game 3. He was Kern again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was Charybdis. I think I held him 4-5.
Yeah, you guys were fine in game 3 because game 3 is the one I got to watch. And honestly, from the draft, I was like, this is a hard loss. You guys had Thor mid, a wheelish jungle, Charybdis, carry, Yamoja, support, and Kenny was Cthulhu solo? Yeah. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to be rough. Like, you guys don't have magic damage that much. I mean, you have a solo for magic damage, but like that's not the same as having like a mid or a jungle that's magic.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
But you guys were winning early. Like, the first 15 minutes were fine.
And I'll say this, we won because we had Gactyl on a Wheelix, and they had no idea that a Wheelix was our jungle because our mid picked Thor. So they thought Thor was our jungle. So they picked everything that had a leap.
Well, not only that, then you have Yamoja that has Riptide that can knock them up. Charybdis can knock them up. I mean, you have the Cthulhu. I mean, you have a lot of knock up in that comp.
We had
like I think even if you
popped off on Yamoja. It was nuts. He was
his
hitting
emoji's
stuns.
really good.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, "What is this? Where have you been? Why are you not playing more Yamoja?"
But I also think, like, even if you guys draft a mage in mid there, I don't think they expect a wheelish with that comp. They just didn't look like a wheelish comp.
Yeah.
You guys were doing so good. And then you all, like, went dummy over by tier 2 carry tower. Like, things just went horrendously wrong, and the game fell apart.
It definitely went like we're just gonna, it was like, we had calls to back off, but we still were fighting, and
Yeah, you
it
pulled
was
a
like,
me. You went for a tower that you shouldn't have been there for, and then died. Like, I was watching, I was like, Bats is going to die at this tower, because that's what I would do. And that's exactly what happened. And then, like, Hockey went in, and I don't remember if Gacta was there or not. I remember Hockey went in. Hockey got out, because Az got him out. And they were both out, and then he hammered back in. I was like, oh my god, no.
Yeah.
And I thought, wait a minute, one of them's low, and I thought he was going to pick up the kill, and they just all turned on him. And then,
we did come back after that.
You guys came back, but then you guys made the same error where, like, you went in, like, super hard and just got punished. But
yeah, and I don't know.
I do think we beat that team if I'm there. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
I think as a regular 5-stack in our roles, I think we beat that team.
I do too. Like, I'm trying to keep it friendly, but like I don't know. I think we just made rookie mistakes, and I hate saying this, but yeah, we deserve to lose that game. Just
100%. It was draft diff.
Like,
it was draft diff. It was draft diff, and then it was playing too cocky. Like, once you guys had a lead, like, it was just like trying. I don't want to say playing disrespectful, but like it's like you just didn't like the, not you specifically, but like the damage in their CC just wasn't respected.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I respected their carry hardcore because I watched him obliterate me like constantly. I was like, F this guy. Like, seriously, I'm not. I believe I even said to everybody, I'm not fighting him. Like, you can get over yourself. Unless there is somebody in my lane with me, I'm not doing it.
Well, and I think that's where it comes down to, like,
he hits everything and he hurts.
Yeah. Well, like, and then as a carry, it's hard to get your damage off if you're not able to, like, have the setup around you to be able to actually auto and cast, because, like, it puts you in this weird predicament. Like, if you're getting dove or if your front line gets killed auto, then you're like, oh crap, I can't do anything. It's just a weird place to be. But
it definitely is. But
I think that game was just draft diff infinity. I don't care what anybody tells me. Like, I saw that and I was like, the fact you guys got a lead early, I was amazed, because I'm 100% punishing half the picks that we had.
That's true.
Like if I'm on the enemy team and I'm making calls, I'm like, you're gonna camp this person until 10 minutes, and then at 10 minutes we're gonna do this. Like, I mean, I just think that had to happen. It didn't. That was lucky for you guys. But
I don't know how we got the lead that we did, but I mean, I think the thing is, once we did, we didn't just roll with it, and that's where our problem lied.
Other than that, is there any other games you want to talk about?
No, I mean, no, that's about it. I waited for the smite one because I had a lot to rant. I will be 100% honest with you. I didn't like rant everything that's on my mind, because there's some things I do need to keep to myself.
Yeah.
And mainly because it's things that I'm gonna talk to with actual people. It's not something I need to, like,
air out. I got you.
Yeah, but everything I aired out, I did air out. Like I said, I just think, we need to establish a second shot caller when our shot caller's not there, and then it's a do or die moment to where, like, look, if you don't listen to him, then we're just FFing. As simple as that, because we're gonna lose anyways.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to some gaming news. Some baseball stadiums had Pepsi flavored ketchup available, and that's disgusting. Okay? But this leads me on to a rant. And this is going to be very short-lived. There are new Doritos out and about in the world. There are tangy ketchup Doritos. That sounds disgusting. I don't want those.
That actually sounds gross.
but there are hot mustard Doritos,
That
and
sounds pretty good.
and I have been looking everywhere for them, and I want them, listeners. I don't know where to find them. I have looked at all the stores, and every store I go into, even in Podunk, Alabama, where you think people would just have them about, I could not find them. And I wish to have the hot mustard flavored Doritos. That is all.
Oh.
All right. So moving on.
Found them, but you're not gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm probably not.
You can only get it in a duo pack with the tangy ketchup.
But I've seen the tangy ketchup ones, bro. I cannot find the hot. Anyways, I'm moving on.
The hot mustard is in a pack on Amazon, but the hot mustard ones are all sold out. But you have to buy the pack with the tangy Dorito.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm not eating, because those ketchup ones are gonna be nasty, dude. I'm not eating
No,
those.
they'll just go to waste.
They'll just go to waste. I'm not wasting food. Other than that, there was an update to Hunt Showdown where they added like rain and thunder apparently, and then they also added like a giant alligator. So me and Bats have to go back and play that at some point because that looks sick.
Definitely. I think we just stopped because we were scared to lose our shit.
I think we also just got busy.
Yeah, that's true too. But I was more of I didn't want to lose my stuff at all. I was like, but losing my character? But why?
I also have to talk about this crazy feature that Kick implemented
Oh.
because this is wild. This doesn't exist on Twitch that I know of. And they released a feature that allows you to toggle off gambling-related streams or any category that you don't want to see, which is real funny because the thing people were like, oh, well, they're backed by a gambling site. You can mute a whole category. So if your favorite streamer is in the Smite area and you don't like watching Smite, you can mute it, like, or you can like toggle it off to where you won't see their stream when it's up. That's sick.
That
is a really cool feature. And I know people are like, oh, this is dumb, blah, blah, blah. No, I think that's awesome. I think that's an awesome feature to have.
You don't see stuff that you just don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like blocking, but like it only blocks what you don't want to see. It's literally like child-proofing your own streams. Then we got some more Overwatch news because, I just love to talk about Overwatch and its shenanigans. No more PvE missions until 2024, y'all. So if you're excited about those PvE missions that just happened to come out after they said they weren't going to release any, there you go. Take that as you will. And then apparently, Bats isn't going to be happy about this.
Oh no!
I don't think I DM'd him about this actually.
You probably didn't.
The Go XLR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of the people that run the Discord and that are like admin and stuff over there and actually like set up all of the software are just done. Like it doesn't exist anymore. So a bunch of the community,
the Discord people don't.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of the community that has taken it upon themselves to try to launch a Linux GoXLR app and actually like try to update the software and like keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like TC Helicon has laid off all remaining staff in Canada that were responsible for firmware, software, and driver support.
Well,
so kind of weird.
That is kind of dumb. I'm sorry, but it's like, then how do you expect to sell anything, you morons?
Who knows, dude?
Like, honestly, if you're not having software updates, like what?
Yeah.
That does upset me. Like I'm trying to keep calm right now because it's like, why spend a bunch of money on something you're not gonna like do anything with? It's oh man, I'm gonna buy Windows and they're not gonna like update the firmware or anything.
They're just gonna leave it alone, dude. And last but not least, we could talk about some anime because that's it for my video game stuff.
I got a gaming news.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did you hear about the guy who beat the Fortnite up in 9 minutes?
No, but I did buy Only Up to play on stream because it looks hilariously funny.
I didn't know there was a Fortnite Only Up.
Yeah, someone made it after the game like came out.
Yeah, so somebody actually beat it in 9 minutes and set the
Dang.
world record.
Wait, didn't I send you guys the? Yeah, there and then I forgot to mention. There's the guy that he programmed where his goldfish was in the tank to be like different triggers on the keyboard, and
Wait,
his
what?
goldfish beat Melina on Elden Ring.
Oh
Melina.
yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
I forgot about it. I didn't put it in gaming news. I put it in games general. I forgot about that, but it was awesome. I watched it. And I was like, no way, this man's goldfish beats an Elden Ring boss. Crazy.
Yeah, I can't even beat it. I mean, I haven't really tried, but I'm just throwing it out there. Probably won't.
On the anime front, I do want to mention that
Awesome anime that came out.
not only that, there is going to be a Naruto anime celebration for the 20th anniversary, and there's going to be brand new episodes starting on September 3rd.
And believe it or not, so that means the 4 major animes are all going to be streaming at the same time. One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach.
Yep.
It's hype. It was like the biggest thing ever.
I saw the announcements for 1,000 Year Blood War Part 2, and it makes me really want to.
It's already out.
Dude, I'm like, I need to go back and watch the other stuff before watching 1,000 Year Blood War, I feel like, but I really want to watch 1,000 Year Blood War.
You can watch 1,000 Year Blood War, and it's not gonna hurt anything as long as you watch stuff later. Because it doesn't use stuff from like the actual
show.
Yeah.
Got you.
It uses like his moves and stuff like that, you know.
Got you.
I'm pretty sure you've watched to where like, you know, the Getsu Tiger whatever. I know I murdered it.
Yeah.
I
But
want to say like Getsu.
It's been so long since I watched Bleach. I'm not even gonna make this effort. I'm just gonna leave it alone. We did get. Did you watch the Rurouni Kenshin, the first episode?
Yes,
it is good.
It was good. It was good. It changed a little bit of stuff, but like not.
Yeah.
To where it made it horrible.
It's good. Jujutsu Kaisen started.
It's good.
That first episode was good, dude. I watched Kaisen 0 beforehand, which really helped with the like change to being more of a prequel. But man, is it good.
The only thing, I didn't know that season 2 was going to be about the old class.
I think sense. Okay,
like
so I don't know if you've looked at it.
Fast forwards.
So they released a statement of what this season's supposed to be like 6 months long overall, but July 6th to August 3rd is the hidden inventory premature death arc, which is 5 episodes.
All right.
And then August 10th is a recap of hidden inventory premature death arc and Jujutsu Kaisen 0. And then August 17th is a recap episode of all of season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. And then August 31st, the Shibuya incident arc starts.
Ooh.
So like it's split up. Like we're getting 5 episodes of prequel.
I like that. I don't like recaps. I'm sorry.
I'm not a huge fan of recaps.
But it's like I've already watched it once. Why am I watching it again?
Well, I have a feeling maybe the one with hidden inventory premature death arc and the movie might help like string some things in to make better sense. If that makes sense. That could be. And I think that would be good.
That'll be different. But like if I'm talking about like, you know, you just did a recap of everything and I just watched it. I just waited a whole week for an episode that I didn't even need to watch. It's going to make me mad.
Recap of season 1 I think could also be good depending on if it adds like any extra bits in to go into the Shibuya incident arc. But we'll have to kind of see. I do think it was good. I know Rent-A-Girlfriend season 3 started. I have not watched it.
It's good.
I have been watching, and I am officially on part 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I can't get into it. I'm
part
sorry.
1 was really hard to watch. Okay?
It is.
Part 2, I've watched 2 episodes, and it is drastically better. But, like, not having the information from season 1 is frustrating. Also, I don't know if I like and if this is a spoiler, I don't really care. I don't really like the fact that they went from being Hammond users to now they have like a new power called Stance.
Yeah.
Like it's just weird. And they're like, oh, it's because Dio awoke and he had Joseph's body. And I'm like, bro, what? But I'm just rolling with it. And we're going to see how it goes.
I watched maybe to season 3. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like it. I'm not going to knock them for it. I mean, you like what you like. You don't like what you don't like.
Yeah, I'm going to keep trying it. I did finish Witch from Mercury. I don't know if we talked about that. I know you haven't watched all of it, but it is...
You mentioned something, but I don't remember if it was on
I finished watching it.
Or...
It is good. I'm not going to talk much about it because Bats hasn't watched it yet. I don't want to spoil anything.
I'll get to it.
Hell's Paradise ended in a weird spot, but God, that anime is good.
Yeah. I'm actually mad it ended. I didn't know it ended.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be just 13 episodes. But my hope that means that we get more sooner.
Yeah, maybe they're on like a 3-week hiatus. I don't know.
It is good though. I really like the animation and everything for it. And where they left off was kind of cool because like we don't know what's going to happen with one of the characters, which I think is really interesting.
I will say this though, the one that I have been like that I watched and was awesome. I may botch it. The only thing I remember, like the Zom, the 100 things to do bucket list during the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, I saw that, and I haven't watched it yet. But I thought I want to watch it. Is it good?
It is good.
I'll have to check it out.
I mean, I waited till it came out, like boom, right there, watched it, and I can't wait for the other episodes. Like I need it.
I also need to mention I was in the store the other day, and they had every Gundam from Gundam Wing high grade, and it took me, it was so hard not to buy them. Like they had Death Scythe, Sandrock, they had Heavy Arms, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I have to leave.
I guess you're right. It is high grade. You should go for master grade if that's what you're gonna do.
Sorry.
Right.
I saw a real grade Wing Zero, and I was like, hold up.
Ooh, how much?
And I was like, I am not messing with that. I was like, no, sir, not right now.
No. How much?
I don't remember. I have too much of a backlog. I looked at it. I looked at the box, said, that's real cool. And I went about my life. I said nope.
Bro, you didn't even send it to me?
Nope.
Oh, because you know I would have bought it.
Also, because you would have been like, oh, you're at Target. And I'm like, shut up. That's really why.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
All right, you're welcome. I did it. There you go.
You know, there is a saying, if you want to be happy, don't shop at Target. If you want to be broke, shop at Target.
I've never heard that, but it's better than Walmart, and I'm not going to go any further than that on that topic.
Yeah, well, you got me there. I'd rather go to Target than Walmart.
Let's talk about names of the week. There's not a lot. There was Flashbang Your Mom. Oh, God. Boy Bussy Eater. Pepe Meme Magician. Thick Goomba. Yo, it's Pizza Hut. Mountain Dew Bringer. Hi-Res, please fix your game in the Bat Camp Goblin. 360 No Scope. It'll be fun, they said.
Oh my gosh, dude. That
Toyota
one. I'm sorry.
Toyota Sequoia. What?
How did they get away with that? Hi-Res, please.
Dude, Dora Hunky Nora, and it's a giant Norn in Guild Wars 2. Gandalf the Gained and Sleepy Kumba. Those are our names of the week.
All right, we did miss one anime though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've watched it yet. It's the Jobless Reincarnation season.
Nope, haven't watched it.
Okay, well, season 2 is out and it's pretty good.
I had a really good question that I wanted to ask you that I heard the other day. And I was like, oh, I got to remember this for Bats. And I don't remember what it was. I don't remember.
Should have wrote it down.
I probably should have. But it was...
You telling me I forget all my stuff.
I don't know if it was when I was sick or if it was when I was driving. So, like, I couldn't write it down if I was driving. I think it was when I was driving the other day. And I was like, oh, that's a really good question. And I just kind of let it go.
You have an iPhone?
Yeah. I was driving.
You got it. Hey, Siri.
I don't like talking to Siri.
What, your phone creep you out?
Have you ever seen Oh, what is the name of it? Hold on, I gotta look up the name of this show. Have you? I haven't watched the show, but I see clips of it all the time, and it's absolutely hilarious. Game Changer. Have you ever seen Game Changers? It's like
No, I
a
haven't.
it's like a comedy show that's kind of like, I don't remember. Oh, what is the name of that show? It had Drew Carey. Whose line it anyway?
Oh, whose line is it anyway?
Okay, it's similar in the idea, like it's all impromptu.
Uh-huh.
And I watch clips of it, and it's funny. If you guys haven't seen it, I need to find out where to watch it because it is really good. Also, have you seen I Think You Should Leave?
No.
It's
What is that?
another like, the episodes are like, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes long. It's like a comedy show that's on Netflix, but like they're all this like ridiculous
Oh,
skits.
well. I can't watch Netflix anymore because,
Okay.
Netflix did their dumb no password sharing
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And,
Well, my question is, use this. If your lunch was canceled when you're supposed to have lunch, like you have to go into a meeting instead, would you eat a hot dog out of your sleeve?
you want the honest truth?
Yeah.
First off, like, you actually think that I would go to this meeting other
Yeah.
than having lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out of your mind. That's like today. All right. My boss got us all together at like 3 o'clock and was like, "Hey, we're taking a group picture." And I said, "No." And he looks at me and he's like, "What do you mean no?" I said, "I'm not taking a photo." He's like, "Yes, you are. It's mandatory." I said, "No, it's not." I said, if I don't want you to take my photo, you can't take my photo because it's for a magazine." I was like, "No,"
That actually is very true.
because I was like, "Look, as soon as I agree to you taking my photo, that means they can use that photo however they please. And I know how they will use it against me." No. Well, because they'll get, because he didn't like when I said this. I said, "Am I getting royalties every time they use my photo in something?" Like that. But yeah, no, I would not skip my lunch to go to a meeting. I'll eat my lunch and I'll see you after my lunch in this meeting. But if it
Goodness.
came down to it, I probably would eat a hot dog out of my sleeve if I was hungry. God.
That was such a roundabout way to answer the question.
Dude, I'd
Oh
just
my
be like
goodness.
this. I would do this and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have a
That's
mask
practically
today.
how it
I'm
is. The guy has like a sleeve on. He's like this.
feeling like-"
He like leans down. He's like it's so ridiculous, dude. Yeah. Basically, that's how it is. All right, Bad. So you got any shout outs on the way out of here, man?
Once again, shout out to all the listeners out there. I know we messed up last week. Well, we didn't really mess up. We just missed
Yeah, I mean,
the
I couldn't talk
opportunity
for
to
that long.
stream. But I mean, Blaze was sick. I was cool with it. He was cool with it. And it's better for him to get better than to stress out about it. So we just let it go. Hope you all are understanding of that because I'm not editing crap. It's as simple as that.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I would have done it by myself. It would have been very short because if I had to edit, it would have been, "Hey guys, up your experience. See you later."
Yeah, he's like it's a 5-minute podcast.
This is one take. Also, simping for Senpai. Shout out to them because I went on their podcast without Blaze because he was sick.
I was so mad, dude. I wanted to go
Um,
on there, and my wife looked at me like, "You better not do it." And I was like, "I'm not going to." I knew I wouldn't have been able to talk the whole time.
I went on there for us, represent up your experience. I said Blaze's 2 cents on Birdie Wing,
Yep.
which for those who, well,
Go
I
listen
guess
to the
we're
episode over
not.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Go listen to the episode over there. I'll let Blaze do the rest of the shout outs because they're more his forte.
Shout outs to Dare Drops. There's a lot of games on Dare Drops now. There's a lot coming as well. Check it all out. They have a lot of new creators over there. They have new TikTok live creators coming about too, so check that out. I think it's gonna be really awesome. Battlegrounds of God Smite podcast. Make sure to give them a listen. I know it was just Depp and Fro this week. That's kind of my bad. I wasn't able to be there, but I had to be out of town to pick up the kids. And then check out Guardians Mental Health. I know we're doing like a giant raid thing, or trying to, I think on the 28th, where all of us are going to get together and we're going to stream at the same time. And then we're all going to raid one channel. And that channel is going to go and raid out. It should be a lot of fun. So working on some other stuff on the side. But check it all out. Take it easy. We appreciate y'all. Bye.
Also, one more thing. Since we didn't do it this week, I wrote it down in our notes. We're gonna try out YouTube Live if Blaise
Yeah.
is still up for it.
We were gonna do it this week, but we're recording early, and I didn't want to like just have that and then dip. I wanted to make sure I could make sure it's all done good.
Tell us. We would like feedback on it.
Yeah.
So if you get the chance, I put it in our notes. Hopefully our schedules won't be so hectic and everything like that. And try to meet us on YouTube Live and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, it should be awesome.
Appropriate questions.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be a little bit, funny, nonchalant, but like try to keep it, what, PG-13?
I mean, I don't care. Whatever. As long as it's not like, like TOS or really bad, I'm gonna answer it. Like it had to be like horribly bad for me not to answer it. Like as long as like it's not insane and it's not against TOS, I'll probably answer it to the best of my ability.
That's true. I mean, you have seen some of the names of the week he shouts out, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Other than that, I just didn't want to forget that. And like I said, we'd like to see your responses. We'd like to hear your feedback. See what we could change, what you like, what we keep. Do little segments.
Yeah,
we got. Also FAAFO, us.
Yeah, FAAFO is us. Here. Copyright it. Me, Bats.
Yeah,
ours.
We're gonna make T-shirts.
Yeah.
We're gonna change.
Oh, Smite Worlds tickets go on sale this week. That's another thing.
Don't even get me started, dude.
I'm not. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I'm mad.
I'm still mad.
It needs to be in Georgia, not Texas. Who wants to go to Texas?
Not me.
I mean, I sort of do want to go to Texas, but there's only just because there's certain food vendors that I want to go out there too. But like, not enough to where I want to travel and go see Worlds. I want to go to Georgia, eat at a ramen place.
We could probably find a ramen place in Texas, but that's beside the point.
No. Because of Worlds, now Blaise and I have to make a special podcast trip down to Georgia to eat at this ramen place.
That's true. That would be good. I mean, I can drive down there whenever, really. It's only 4.5 hours for me. That's not bad.
I think it's like 6 for me.
That's not bad. That's better than the 10 it would cost me to go to Worlds. That's a lot of hours. Anyways, let's get on out of here.
I've driven 12 before, but we're not gonna get out of that.
Yeah. Bye.
Rant's over.